at Imperio TV, where hip-hop has no borders.
Yo, my name is Fresh Daily. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm an MC, graphic designer, many things, but just finished rocking here at Friends and Lovers.
I'm Science, rapper from BK. What up, what up? Peace, peace.
Working on a new album called The Quiet Life 2. It's sort of a second installment of a project I put out in 2011 called Quiet Life. So that's what I've got going on. Yeah. If you haven't heard The Quiet Life, you can go to freshdaily.bandcamp.com and listen or support The Quiet Life. It's a fantastic project, and I'm doing a second installment called The Quiet Life 2.
I'd like to tell you about The Quiet Man.
It's just sort of a maturation process when you know, like, I was always telling somebody, like, yo, you know, like when, what up?
Good job, yo. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you too. See you soon.
Yo, when you, you know, like how your dad has like a cologne, and he, like, that's his shit, and that's his, when you smell that cologne, you think of your dad, because over years, he's decided, like, this is the scent that represents me.
And it doesn't change.
It doesn't change, and it's sort of like that sort of maturation process when you come into your own and you know things by their quality and by their style, and, like, you know, that's sort of the quiet life. It's like, welcome to the quiet life. Speak soft like Iron Mike, and take it easy and get high on life. No debating if I am nice, and I don't mean what my rhymes is like, I mean saying hi and bye. Not being a part of, like, what's popping right now, like, you know, just figuring out, like, what's the dope shit and what's good for you, and sort of settling into your own and deciding just what the finer things are and subscribing to that, you know what I mean? And that's
raps.
And giving you the bars, you know what I mean? Giving you the bars, you know, as a Brooklyn MC would. And that's what the project is about, and that's what I try to portray, and it's sort of this, you know, like, I hate when people do, like, grown man raps. So this is grown man rap. What the fuck is grown man raps? Like,
grown man bars.
You know what I mean? I don't really know about that, but I do know that this is definitely, like, music that speaks to you from a place of, I know what I'm talking about, and this is what it is, and I'm not really about that rah-rah, but this is where I'm at with it.
Gems and wisdom.
Word.
That's what you'll find in the Quiet Life.
Word.
Gems and wisdom.
9 for Mike to leave, just to mind somewhere nice is where I will be. Living the quiet life. Get your bow ties and tie them tight. Get something nice with an invite. Takes a mature soul to have insight, so I inscribe poems flowing from my windpipe. Yeah, I'm working.
I'm working a Traveling Man series. That's what I've been working on this year. It's been fun to work on that. What up, dude? It's been fun to work on that. Basically putting bars to certain types of beats. Shout out to my man Shungu from Brussels, who's been supplying 90% of those beats, and we just been putting this Traveling Man series out.
Could I stay here with you? Could you accompany me? We can grub on some food, I can cover that fee. And if you're not in the mood, show me how I can please as we sit on the moon.
It's good to see how, you know, to actually gauge your fan base by cutting out the middleman and having them go to purchase or to cop and download your stuff on your site. You know what I mean? Without having to go to the Bandcamp and all that kind of stuff, without listening to streams. So it's been kind of cool, man. Shout out to the fans and all that.
So I gave you the hold, and with my heart you controlled. When I'm happy and sad, whether I'm open or closed. So I was closed with them girls, the girls at them shows. The shows that I rocked when I was touching their souls. But I was thinking about you.
In 2013, we went on tour for a month in Europe. We went to London, Brussels, Berlin, Budapest, and we just traveled on tour. And it was insane, and it really changed our life for the better.
Yeah.
And that's part of where the Traveling Man series comes from. And Science kind of put these projects out in limited quantities, 24 hours. If you download it, if you have it, you support it, you get it, and then it's gone. And then, you know, you get the next installment.
You gotta get the next one.
You have to get the next installment.
That has not been done.
That hasn't been done. And I was, you know, like, we just also so happen to be roommates, and, like, that's the thing that you just do. I'm like, yo, I got the rent. Boom. Yeah. Done. Yo, you know, 1,000 people downloaded this and bought it off rip. You know what I'm saying? So that's impressive to do at like between $5 and $10 a pop. So you have like 1,000 people do it.
Gauge your fan base.
And see what you. Just be like, yo, in 24 hours, this project's coming out, and it'll only be available for 24 hours. So he's been doing those installments, and
you that used to be there, and there was in the front row, screaming so loud I can hear. So yo, what happened to that? What happened to us? What happened to love, baby? What happened to lust? Girl,
I don't even look at hip hop as a game. You know what I mean? This is like my life. You know what I mean? Like some people are, students. Some people work at 9 to 5. I work at 9 to 5. You know, some people are like, they really subscribe to all the extracurricular activities in their life. But for me, hip hop is what I live and I breathe. It's not a game to me. So what I contribute to the culture and what I contribute to the music is just my perspective. I'm not really trying to beat you in the, I'm not shooting you in the face. I'm not moving packs and keys. Whatever my life experiences are, my point of view, my opinion is, I'm telling it to you like that point. My very first album was called Life Music because there wasn't nothing I could talk about that I didn't live. And that's always been my stance. And I'm like, hopefully this is my point of view. If you relate to it, that's dope. If you don't feel it, that's cool too. I don't really care.
You're gonna respect it.
You're gonna respect it because it's just my point of view. And ultimately, that relatable rap is, you know what I mean? Like, the majority of us are not shooting motherfuckers in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the majority of us are not moving packs. You know what I mean? So, relatable guy rap is very important. Like, to be able to tell you my point of view on the situation is important. And that's what I'm bringing to the culture, not the game, but that's what I'm bringing to the culture.
To build on that, I think like people got hip hop mixed up with something else because it's like people want to say I want to change the game and who changed the game, but I really think hip hop is bigger than that. I think anybody who actually brings something to it is adding to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's not changing the game. I'm not trying to do this. If you nice, you get added to hip. You know what I mean? Like hip hop is a really big thing that you're lucky to, not even lucky, blessed to be a part of. So like my man, he raps how he raps and he has his story and he's adding that. You know what I'm saying? He has a demographic of people that listen. I do the same thing. It's not like we're in there trying to be what's the word?
Competing.
Competitors with other rappers. There is no competition. I love doing this before I knew why I loved doing it.
If you look at
seasoned as a pro and hardened as a vet, I'm sharp as every single card up in my deck. Cold as the Antarctic to my foes, but warm if I respect. A martyr for my craft and an artist in my right, curating all artists in my life.
You look at hip hop is really, the best analogy I can give you is like one long ass bench. Right? One long ass bench. It's a spectrum. And on that bench, Lil' Kim is sitting next to Mortal Technique. Mortal Technique is sitting next to Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap is sitting next to Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy is sitting next to Talib Kweli. The bench is fucking long, bro. And there's room for everything. There's room for all types of rappers. There's room for science. There's room for me. The problem is when the media only gives you one. They give you the one nigga all the time, like one rapper all the fucking time.
Or try to put it on some like, it's either this or that. Making people compete,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's very duplicitous when people do like give you only two options.
Yeah.
Nah, the spectrum is fucking big. And hip hop is the only genre that you get where we have that problem. When you go to rock, there's Elvis Costello sits right next to Marilyn Manson, sits right next to
Incubus, next to Incubus. All these guys.
Rock music has a wide ass spectrum. You feel me? It has a crazy spectrum from point A to point B, and everybody can eat. You feel me? Everybody can eat. There's this, there's that, the other. It's all rock music, and hip hop is the same way. There's niggas that pop guns. There's DMX.
It's always what they try to tell you.
DMX
that it
sits
always,
right next to Rhapsody in my mind.
Exactly. Like they try to make it so that it always hasn't been that way. But hip hop has always had its little subgenres within it, where people are talking about popping pussies and southern music. Cats from the South were always making hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? It's like now they come up, so it's like, oh, the South is coming up. No, hip hop is that long ass bench, and anybody who's contributing is on that bench. You feel me? So that's what it is. I'm sure I have a lot of Drake fans in there that are fans of
I'm
me.
a Drake fan.
You get what you get what I'm saying? Right. They like to make it seem like it's like, oh, if you're a Drake fan, you like Dilla.
If you can't be technically to some people, you can't be a Drake fan and be an MF Doom fan.
Like
That's just too far.
But ask Drake if he knows MF Doom.
Of course he does.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. And that's the realest shit you're gonna ever get.
Drop them gems.
The really real shit you ever gonna get is
Josh.
Is that
shout out to you.
Is that the dope shit? The dope shit is that
music is an expression of the human experience. You feel me? There are humans, women who pop their pussy, and they're gonna make music about popping their fucking pussy.
Right,
and I'm gonna listen to that shit because I like to see women pop their pussy. Right? in the same vein, I'm gonna listen to something that's gonna tell me about socioeconomic power and how that we need to apply the only real application against gentrification is the tenets of Ujamaa and Kujichagulia. You know what I'm saying? In some sort of, not necessarily conscious, because conscious only means that I'm awake, and we're all fucking awake.
That shit.
We're all awake. You're awake
that
right
conscious?
now. So when someone tells you conscious,
don't do that.
What the fuck does that mean? I'm awake.
I'm feeling great, dog.
You know what I'm saying? I'm awake. We're all awake. So really, I mean, the human experience is niggas love God and like pussy. Really, that's the human experience. You know what I mean? And finding the balance between that, and that's why hip hop has this fucking spectrum from point A to point B.
That's why hip hop is bigger than any other genre of music, in my opinion.
That's
in
why
terms of its longevity,
is America's second biggest export. Real talk.
Just a little lighter for the spring. Writing in the moleskin quotes to get them open like brides getting wedding rings. The quiet life over everything.
You can check my music out at scienceclass.com, SCIENCE, class.com. You can get all the Traveling Mans probably for the next 2 days because I put them all out there for $10. Dope Science on Twitter, Science on Instagram, all praises due. Shout out to El Imperio. Word up.
El Imperio Records and TV. Fresh Daily, you can find all my music at freshdailymc.com. As well, you can find it on freshdaily.bandcamp.com. And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. at fresh.daily, fresh.daily.
Marauders coming soon.
Marauders coming soon. Me, Science, Chuck LeGarçon, Quiet Life 2 coming soon. You already. Yo, peace, G.
Appreciate the love, Fresh.
You already.
Shout out to y'all. Peace and love.
Shout out to the fact that these niggas went to high school together.
John Dewey.
That's how true it is, you heard?
What's good?
El Imperio TV.
Baby, what's up?
Science.
You feel me?
We're making history, baby.
My man. Good to see you, bro.
Likewise, man.
Welcome to simplicity. A step up from the little leagues, quicking your step with a little ease. Trying to get big like little C's and be at peace like hope for the Middle East.